Hello and welcome back to our tutorial on C programming. In this video, we'll be exploring some of the fundamental concepts of C programming, including variables, data types, output, and operators. By the end of this video, hopefully you'll have a solid understanding of these concepts and be able to start writing your own programs in C. First, let's talk about data types. Data types are like containers that hold different kinds of information, just like how you use different containers to hold different things in real life, like a box to hold books, a jar to hold cookies, or a bottle to hold water. Programming has different containers to hold different kinds of data. In C programming, a data type is a classification of data that tells the compiler how to interpret and operate on that data. C provides several built-in data types, including integers, floating point numbers, characters, and booleans. Simply put, you can say we can hold data in a container of a specific type. Here are a few common data types used in programming. Integer. This data type is used to hold whole numbers like 1, 2, 3, etc. Think of it like a container that can only hold whole number values. Float. This data type is used to hold decimal number values like 1.5, 3.14, etc. Think of it like a container that can hold both whole number and decimal number values. Character. This data type is used to hold individual characters like A, B, C, etc. Think of it like a container that can hold one letter at a time. Boolean. This data type is used to represent true or false values, 0 or 1. These are just a few examples of data types. Each programming language has its own set of data types, but the basic idea is the same. Data types are containers that hold different kinds of information. Now, let's move on to variables. A variable is a named storage location in memory that can hold a value of a specific data type. In C programming, you need to declare a variable before you can use it in your program. To declare a variable, you specify its data type and a name for the variable. For example, to declare an integer variable named age, you would use the syntax int age. You can then assign a value to the variable using the equals to symbol. Note that this isn't the equals to operator, rather the assignment operator that just assigns the data on the right to the variable on the left, like this. When you want to print variables onto the console, you can do so by using the print function. The syntax looks somewhat like this. The format string here can contain %d for decimal values, %f for real values, or %c for character values. Let's look at an example. Inside the parentheses of the printf function, we have the format string %d followed by a comma and the variable number. In this example, we are using the printf function to display the value of the variable number. Inside the parentheses, we have the format string %d, which tells printf that we want to display an integer value. The comma is used to separate the format string from the variable number, which holds the value that we want to display. The printf function then prints the value of the number in the location of the %d format specifier. So when this line of code is executed, the integer value stored in the number variable will be printed to the console. Let's look at a more detailed example now. This is a simple C program that declares 3 variables, each with a different data type. The first variable is an integer called number, and its value is set to 1. The second variable is a floating point number called %, and its value is set to 78.3. And the third variable is a character called hash, and its value is set to the hash symbol. The printf function is then used to display the values of each variable on the console. The %d format specifier is used to print integer values, %f is used for floating point values, and %c is used for characters. The first printf statement uses %d to print the value of the number variable. The \n is used to create a new line in the console output so that the next printf statement will start on a new line. Notice that the second printf function consists of a \n. That is because if we don't use it on the second line, the output will look somewhat like this, which is undesirable. So this is used to print the output on a new line like so, which is a much better example. Now instead of using a %d like in the first statement, the second statement uses the %f to print a value on the % variable, since %f is used for floating point numbers. The third printf statement uses a %c to print the value of the hash variable. In C, a constant is a value that cannot be changed during program execution. Constants are usually used to represent fixed values in a program, such as pi or the number of days in a week. A constant in C can be defined using the const keyword followed by the data type and the value of the constant. Here's an example of what that would look like. In this example, we're defining a constant called days_in_week with a value of 7. This constant can be used throughout the program and its value cannot be changed. Constants are useful because they allow us to give meaningful names to fixed values in our program, which makes the code easier to understand and maintain. Finally, let's talk about operators. Operators are symbols that perform operations on one or more operands. C provides several types of operators, including arithmetic, relational, and logical operators. Arithmetic operators perform mathematical operations like addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. For example, the plus operator adds two operands together, while the minus operator subtracts one operand from another. Relational operators compare two operands and return a Boolean value of true or false. For example, the greater than operator checks whether the left operand is greater than the right operand and returns true if it is. Logical operators combine multiple Boolean values and return a Boolean result. For example, the AND operator returns true if both operands are true, while the OR operator returns true if at least one operand is true. In this video, we'll be only going over arithmetic operators. Let's look at an example here. In this example, we have declared two integer variables, a and b, and initialized them with the values 10 and 5 respectively. We then use the printf function to print out the results of various arithmetic operations using the arithmetic operators in C. The addition operator adds a and b together and returns the result of 15. The subtraction operator subtracts b from a and returns the result of 5. The multiplication operator multiplies a and b together and returns a result of 50. The division operator divides a by b and returns the result of 2. The modulo operator calculates the remainder of a divided by b and returns the result of 0. Each of these arithmetic operators performs a different mathematical operation and can be used with various data types, including integers and floating point numbers in C. And that's it for this video. In this video, we learned about variables, data types, output functions, and arithmetic operators in C programming. In the next video, we'll explore taking input from the user and control structures such as if, else statements, and loops, which are essential for writing more complex programs. Thank you for watching, and I hope this video has been helpful to you. Happy coding!